Did you read
Look
my
at
fucking
this.
notes?
No.
Why
I just threw out a random number.
don't you give the fucking presentation? How about that? Welcome to Film Topology. Get
Welcome.
that out of the way. As usual, we don't have an intro because we have like a little bit of intro music right now, but there's no lyrical accompaniment of any
So you want
time.
me to do some dang death metal vocals over it, dude? I got you, dude.
Film Topology.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Thank you. I
Even
get
though
it
I
from
could,
my.
it's clearly a whisper scream. Like if you projected that, that sounded like that would sound pretty good. Yeah.
I have a hard time if I were to project it because
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's everything takes
I've
practice, but it sounds like
so
you're
I've
using the right parts of your voice, of your vocal cords.
yeah I get that from taken from my dad. That's all his genes. Have you heard my dad sing from back in ye olden times? Oh, have you? Yeah, the '90s, the early 2000s. Um, which is coincidentally another aspect of our past segment today. We're going to get into it. First of all, how are you? How's your the past few weeks actually? How's it been for you? Because we have not convened in I want
Well,
to
yeah, I went to
say
North Carolina. Didn't see you because you suck. No, I'm joking.
yeah. That's
I
right.
didn't.
I do suck,
I, I wasn't there for very long. Um,
man.
checked out the house I'm gonna be moving in. That's kind of bizarre. I don't know
Oh,
why that's
sweet.
bizarre.
So that's confirmed, right?
Technically not confirmed until the end of this month,
Okay.
but the parents feel like it's all but confirmed. So,
Okay.
hey, going off that, um, I made a decision that I'm gonna put like 4 or 5 months. I'm gonna wait before I come back to North Carolina.
hmm
So rather than come April, I'm thinking like September, October next year.
Okay. So
Um,
a little less than a year from now is when that'll be.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
give me some time to save up money and all that stuff.
Yeah.
In recent news, fuck, I think I got COVID.
You think you got COVID?
Yeah, I'll know for sure tomorrow morning. But our my nursing home, we've had a little bit of an outbreak, and about
Okay.
35 out of 90ish people got COVID, and I still have to do my job. So that means I had to interact with people with COVID, and I
Yeah.
did all week. And Friday, I kind of noticed a change. I was like super low in energy, and I called out of work, and I didn't think too
Yeah.
much of it. I just thought it was like a mental health day, and I was maybe depressed or something.
Yeah.
And I came in on Saturday. It was a slow day because it was a Saturday. But that night, last night, man, I it, I had the same feeling of like just being deprived of energy, but also I was pretty congested. I didn't have a cough though, and I was like, well, who knows? But yeah, I got a cough today. It's not bad, but it's a cough. So I'm like, fuck. So I
I hate
tested
that.
today. I actually the nursing home's pretty close.
Yeah.
I actually went to the nursing home and got tested today before I worked at the farmers market, and it was negative. So I was like, all right, we're good. And then I got the cough while I was working the farmers market, and I was like,
Okay.
well, I guess we got to test again tomorrow and make sure.
Okay. Damn.
Could just be the flu, although admittedly I've never
It
gotten that.
yeah. It could be the flu. You have
But I'm gonna keep it 100, man. There was an interaction I think where if I have COVID, I know the interaction where I got it, and I felt I was. We got a new worker, and I
yeah.
was trying to teach her like the job and stuff, and I had to interview a resident, and it was a COVID positive room, so we have to we got 2 masks on, we got to gown up, put on gloves, like we're in there.
Yep.
But she's the sweetest lady ever.
Ready for the club, dressed to the nines.
Yeah, yeah. She was the sweetest lady ever. She can't hear very well.
Oh no.
So when I had to talk to her, I had to come like super close to her ear to talk to her. And then before she spoke, I tried to like, but I had to ask her questions, and I asked her like 25 or so questions. So
Oh
that's
wow.
25 times of me having to go in and then like try and pull back out. But like she was so
That
close
has
in proximity.
that has like the same energy as like a final or like a boss battle in a video game. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
you gotta like maneuver and wait for them to like use the attack, and then in that like split second, you gotta go in like and
Evade,
then exactly, and then you gotta do
combo.
that exactly. You gotta do that 20. You gotta hit your special, and then you gotta do it again like evade, 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 and then go in like 25 times, and then you get COVID from the boss
Yeah.
battle. It's not funny. I'm
So
sorry. It's not. But that's
it's not that big of a deal because if I'm being
um
honest, while it kind of sucks, and if I do actually have it, I think it'll be like overall a pretty chill case. Here comes the cough. Yikes.
no.
Anyway,
Okay.
hopefully you can't get it through the computer.
I
But
don't think so.
yeah. So like, if it is a case of COVID, it's probably like a light case. Like I'm not expecting anything too crazy from it. It just sucks. But I get a weekend,
Yeah,
a little bit of a
I'm sure.
weekend.
I mean, no, I can imagine that sucks. This certainly does not sound pleasant. Um,
How was your last couple weeks?
um, pretty cool, pretty hectic. Um, yeah, it's we've had a lot going on. October was just really busy for us. We had something going on every weekend, and of course, every weekday I work um till 5, and I live an hour away, so I don't get home till 6, and I gotta be up at yeah, and I gotta be up at uh 7 so that I can
I
be at
didn't know
work.
your work was an hour away.
Yeah, yeah, I have an hour, technically 2 hour commute every day going there and coming back.
That's intense.
Yeah, so that combined, I devote like 52 and a half hours a week to my job, 10-hour commute each week.
Plus the
Um,
40.
Plus, yes, it's 42 and a half, technically,
Oh.
but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we don't work 9 to 5, we work 8:30 to 5. So, um, I don't know, I don't know why, really.
Maybe it's the for lunch.
I suppose, but like a lot of people are hourly and they only get half hour for lunch anyway. So like they end up working at 9 to 5 plus that extra half hour for lunch, is worked in there. Yeah, yeah. But yes, I digress. Been super busy. We had the first weekend was like my son's first birthday, and then after that we had to go to Moore County so that we could
Sorry.
do. Well, we had to go to my grandparents so that we could do a birthday party with them for him.
Oh,
And then we had an actual birthday party where like all my friends and everything came.
I
For
was just trying to find an excuse to shit on Moore County. That's all.
yeah, I don't need I don't even need an excuse. I'll shit on Moore County for a number of reasons. But yes, which really sucks because I really would have liked to not take up 2 weekends with that and just have a one birthday party that my grandparents could have gone to. But that was not really doable for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Um, because they're old, they don't do well traveling, they're
Yeah.
crotchety, so they don't want to travel, and which honestly kind of perturbs me. That's a little frustrating for me. That I mean, they've never come up to visit me in the little over a year now that I've been living here.
Mm-hmm.
Or how long has it been? Yeah, like a year, 2, 3 months I've been living here, and also the part that really gets me is I just can't trust them to behave in my home. Um, they don't listen. They don't respect what I have to say, ever. Um, I remember one time a couple years ago, my parents came to Thanksgiving, at my house, and we said, "Hey, we rent this place. You can't smoke in here." And they did not give a shit. They sat by the screen door and smoked inside and tried to blow it out. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's still smoking inside." Um,
I'm
um,
sorry. That's
yeah. So like,
obnoxious.
yeah, it's very obnoxious. Honestly, but the worst part is, and I'm hesitant to even say this, but it's true, and it's incredibly um, frustrating, enraging, disappointing. Um, I cannot trust them around my black friends. Yeah, they, yeah,
I mean, if
yeah,
it makes
man.
you feel better, totally used to that one.
Shit. Really? What do you mean? You have experience? You say?
I'm so used to like. Well, hold on. I don't even know if I should say this. Hmm.
That's up to you, and we can always edit this out. Maybe none of this
Oh
makes
yeah,
the,
no, yeah, yeah.
but
I'm not really worried about that part. But
yeah,
according to Jess, we almost dated like a while ago before
yeah,
we started like while I was still in North Carolina.
yeah.
But she, uh, I feel like I'm not gonna say exactly how she said it, so whatever. She decided not to pursue it because she didn't want to have to deal with the backlash from her grandmother.
Wait, so she decided not to pursue the relationship the first time around because of that?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
and well now she's dead, so just thought it's okay.
Hey, what up?
I can't do that. I can't laugh at that.
I'm sorry. You know what, man?
But yeah, no, it's just
I don't know. I think you get to laugh at that personally, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, no, dude, because like even I'm not even gonna get into it because like I'm glad that we made that decision because at the birthday party at my grandparents, they straight up said some awful shit. Some awful racist shit like they do every time, and I was like, "Yep, this is why I had to drive an hour and a half for this." So
yeah,
that they think I love them, but also I kind of hate them because they have a very I don't know. I'm trying to find a good way to say they're racist.
I just say they ignorant.
They ignorant, yeah, they real ignorant. So, but yes, apart from that, we went to Pumpkin Patch. We did the whole Halloween thing. Morgan and I went and saw Stevie Nicks in concert. She was in Charlotte. Um, Super dope. And then her nephews came Halloween weekend and stayed like that Saturday night, and we all went to the pumpkin patch, and it was a really cool one. You know, they had like all these like giant slides made out of like items from Lowe's and big silos and shit that they already had on
Mm-hmm.
their farm. They had like a little quaint Cracker Barrel type gift shop with not nearly as much shit as Cracker Barrel has. Excuse me. But yeah, October was super cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. I actually I had to. It was kind of a stressful decision. Stressful is not the right word, but it was a tough decision because I wanted to come to Moore County that weekend, and like right after we saw Stevie Nicks Saturday, I wanted to come that Sunday and see you, and I was like, oh dude, it would be totally great. We could surprise everybody and do a in-person episode. Um, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm just exhausted. I got things to do like every single day. I need to take a day and
Yeah,
just
no, I
chill at
understand
home.
that.
And also, I've been broke, so like I was like, I can't spend the gas money to drive like an hour and a half, 2 hours there, and then 2 hours back or whatever it is, depending on
Yep.
where at in Moore County. So, but yeah, that's been my week. It's just been hectic.
More like your month, right?
Yeah, that was my month. And this past weekend, I've actually been at home alone since Tuesday night.
Oh
Um,
dang.
yeah, Morgan and our son they're both in Chicago right now
Oh snap!
with her mom and her grandmother Nana, and
Windy City.
that's what I'm saying, man. I think they're like 20, 30 minutes or something right outside Chicago. So basically they're in Chicago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been living the bachelor life for the past 5 days or whatever. They come back tomorrow night, and it's been alright. Had to fend for myself because I'm not usually the one that makes dinner. Not for like any outdated uh, gender related reasons. It's literally just because she's at home. It's easier for her to like get it started and like have it. I come home and it's like we eat and have time to hang out and eat a little bit before we get him to bed. And she's also just better at it than I am.
But now
She's
you
just,
get better.
that's what
You
I'm
know how
saying.
you get better.
Yeah, I don't know. I practice, but like I don't want to do that to everybody. It's like, do you know what I made for myself this week?
Well,
Um, so they left Tuesday night. I think I got Wendy's that night after they left. So like went to Wendy's. The night after that, I think I did. It was either Burger King or Beanie Weenies. I don't remember which. Um, whichever one that was. The next night was
yeah.
fucking Burger King, and then I did. And I think I did like I made spaghetti tonight, and then that's lunch tomorrow also. And the rest of the time it's been like soup, sandwiches, I think that's really about it. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I went to this bar, sports bar and grill Friday night where I got a Philly cheesesteak and fries for dinner. Um,
Sounds like an awful day.
Not for me. I'm a piece of shit. I loved it.
No, I'm sure it tastes good. I'm talking about for your body, for your long term health. Garbage time.
Correct, correct. Which leads us into our past presentation. We will be discussing the documentary film
Supersize me.
Supersize Me. That is correct.
I knew it.
We will be reviewing, or I don't know, not really reviewing, but we're gonna talk about it. Just to start off, have you seen this film?
Believe it or not, I have not. But I
Really?
know the
Okay.
concept. I understand the concept.
Right on. Okay, sure. So, to what is the I could ask, what is your understanding of this film going
Home
into
dude
this?
ate McDonald's for an extended period of time. I don't remember the exact time frame. Every day,
Correct.
just to see the ramifications of McDonald's to his body. From what
Correct.
I understand, not good.
Not good at all. Like it was pretty terrible. Like even the doctors he had like in the documentary like examining this journey, they were like, "Hey man, we really didn't expect this to be this bad. You need to stop." Like uh so in the 2004 documentary Supersize Me, producer and filmmaker Morgan Spurlock decides to eat nothing but McDonald's for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 30 days.
Okay.
Um,
Jeez.
as I said, this film was released in 2004.
The idea of it makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah, man. Fuck, Jesus. Like it's bad. God, you go, dude. I highly I recommend it. It's actually just a very good documentary, very well put together. Um, they put so I think they got like 250 hours of footage, and we only see less than 1% of that in the
Hmm.
runtime of the final product. So, um, backstory. Basically, I think in 2002, Morgan Spurlock is at his parents' shortly after Thanksgiving. He's on their couch at his parents' house, and sees a news story where teenage women, two teenage girls from New York, are suing McDonald's food chain
Hmm.
for causing for and their claim is that they directly caused their health problems and obesity that they're suffering from at the time. Basically, one girl was 14 years old, One girl was 14 years old, was 4'10", and weighed 170 pounds. Another girl was 19 years old, 5'6", 270 pounds.
I knew it was gonna. Oh, jeez.
This was in 2002, and essentially their case was the ruling was not in their favor. Judge ruled in favor of McDonald's because, and I quote, they failed to prove that eating McDonald's for every meal could not be linked as the sole cause for their condition. But it continued later to say, if such an accusation could be proven, then they would have a claim to stake.
Oh, nice.
So Morgan Spurlock said, "Oh,
YOLO.
okay, yeah, literally, that's what he said. He said, all right, so you claim that it's healthy and that someone could eat this for 30 days straight for every meal,
Mm-hmm.
or could eat this for every meal. I don't think it said 30 days in the court case, but my man said, fuck it, let's do it. He was very healthy at the beginning of this. His cholesterol was 165, which is very good. Um, he was 185 pounds, and he's like 6'2", so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, and which, of course, people have different body types. Not always an accurate indication just based off your height. But to be 6'2" and 185 pounds, real good. His body fat percentage, I think, was like 11%. So he's in pretty good health.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he expressed at the beginning, and in the beginning of the documentary, he expresses how when he was a kid, they rarely ever went out to eat. His mother always did home cooked meals, and so he's generally a pretty healthy person. You know, other than like he used to smoke and partook in like some drug use, according to the documentary. Healthy
Mm-hmm.
guy. So we embark on this journey, and he begins eating nothing but McDonald's for 30 days. And also, he limits, to further prove his point, the average American at the time was slated as walking 5,000 steps a day or less. So he limits his steps to 5,000 a day in addition to this diet. To basically, he's playing the part of an average American for 30 days to prove or disprove the effects
Of
of
McDonald's.
McDonald's on a person's body. So, um, basically, he was averaging 5,000 calories a day during this. And I believe what you're supposed to consume for a man of his height is like 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day. He was eating double the calories he should have been eating every day. By day 2, he was vomiting. Like, it shows it in the documentary. Day 2, lunchtime, he eats it and starts throwing up out the car window, man. You know, so clearly we're getting bad already, right? And during this entire documentary, he's diving more into uh, the marketing behind this, the regulations behind this, how these fast food industries uh, shove it down our throats, basically, and
Mm-hmm.
pass it off as like good, clean American eating, you know? Um, so let's play our favorite, the guessing game. By day 5, he has a weigh-in and a health check. How many pounds do you think he gained in 5 days?
I'm gonna say 5 pounds.
10.
Jeez.
Yeah. My man gained 10 pounds. And at a certain point, it kind of leveled off, but that was because he started losing muscle mass. And
Mm.
so, like, it would, like, I think by day 12, he had gained 17 pounds.
Mm.
And it kind of stalls out in the low 200s range. But again, that's because he's putting on fat, but not he's losing muscle mass, which
Mm-hmm.
weighs more than fat. Um, so the damage done to his body during these 30 days is absolutely terrifying. Honestly, man. So well, again, we'll play the guessing game. How many pounds overall would you say that he gained by day 30?
25.
You know what? Yeah, I'll say that. 24.5 pounds. Nice.
You
Nice.
round up.
I was about to say, is this the first time that like one of us has been correct in the guessing? I think you've done it once before, maybe. I don't remember. But you know what?
Pretty good
Applause.
guessing.
Good job. That was good. Cholesterol. Do you want to guess what that went to? He was at 165 beforehand.
I don't know anything about cholesterol. I don't know it's a high cholesterol.
I don't either, honestly. Apparently under 200 is good.
So 230.
Exactly 230. Did you read
Look
my
at
fucking
this.
notes?
No.
Why
It's just threw out a random number.
don't you give the fucking presentation? How about that?
Easy.
Yeah. No. So all right. Last one. Body fat percentage was 11% before. Where do you think it is now?
I'm definitely gonna say something in the 20s. Let's say
No.
22.
Nah.
No.
Lower. It's lower.
18.
Bro, go fuck yourself. It's exactly 18. Why don't you go fuck yourself? How about that?
I only took two guesses that time.
You're on a fucking roll today.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. All right. So, yeah. It's really terrible. And like I said, he has these health experts that are helping him through this process, basically taking all the records down. You know, he has a first check-in on day 5, then again on day 12 he has a second one. Um, and he's talking with health and diet experts who weigh him and like help him kind of understand the diet he's on and what the caloric count is that he's ingesting, as well as like what all the other things he's ingesting means for him. Um, so in addition to that, he's got like cardiovascular experts who he's seeing also. You're making a face. What?
Not just heart stuff, man. That's scary shit.
Yeah, it's scary shit. This dude was straight up like, hey man, this data that we got, you're getting sick. Like your liver is turning into pate, were his exact words. Like the same way an alcoholic would pickle their liver going on a binge, you're doing that with high fat diet. And the dude was like, I didn't even think this was possible, but yeah, you're doing it, and you should really stop. Um, like straight up by like the first check in, they're like, can we like interest you in at least taking a multivitamin or aspirin every day? And he was like, they don't sell those things at McDonald's, so I can't take it. They were like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? Um, yeah, another so like something else crazy happens. The dietitians that he's seeing during this, their
Mm-hmm.
fucking office shut down.
What do you
Not
mean?
related. Like literally,
Oh,
they went out of business during the documentary in the middle of it.
jeez.
Like he had an appointment, and then like he got a call from his dietitian and was like, "Hey Morgan, just so you know, we can meet, but it won't be at the office."
Jeez.
Yeah. And so that's where we're at in this documentary. He goes into where health, diet, exercise, the status of it at that time in America, which he filmed in 2002, 2003. I think into 2000. No, 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 no. I don't think they were done filming by 2003. But yes, um, and basically, yeah, it's harrowing, really awful.
Yeah.
So
I've, I've had the need to vomit throughout this whole presentation.
yeah, I am a piece of shit. What I used to do, um, is I would eat McDonald's while I watched.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
used to
do
do
that.
that. I used to do that. Like I would watch it every now and then because like there was a period where I was living with a mutual friend of ours. I won't say his name
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if he wants to be mentioned on this. But um, yeah, I was living with him and his sister, and the Wi-Fi was not unlimited. Like we had limited data, and
Oof.
um,
That sucks.
yeah, and like I wasn't like really. I was paying like $300 a month, I think, in rent, and I was like, all right,
Hmm.
so like I don't, and there I was not in school at the time, and he and his sister were, so I was like, I don't get first dibs on the Wi-Fi, so I just had a catalog of movies on a hard drive that I would watch again and again, and Supersize Me was one of them, amongst others, and so like I'd watch it, and I would get like I would go get like a value meal from McDonald's while I watched it. Uh, and I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me to like want to watch someone throw up from eating McDonald's while I'm eating McDonald's. Um, but I did. So uh, I got off track. But yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Is what that means.
This
Um,
whole thing is making me want to vomit.
yeah, man. Um, I'd still recommend the documentary. It premiered at Sundance, January 17th, 2004, and was very well received. It was a Grand Jury Prize nominee, and I believe he won for Best Direction for a documentary.
Cool.
Um, so very well received, and I think at that point it was then picked up for distribution by Samuel Goldmeyer Corporation. Then I think Roadside Attractions. I don't know if that's his company or not. Then there's like the Con. Those are the major companies that were slated involved with it. I don't know who distributed. I assume it was Sam Goldmeyer.
Mhm.
I digress. Very well received at Sundance. 6 weeks after the Sundance premiere, McDonald's gets rid of its Supersize Me option,
Oh wow.
claiming it was unrelated to the film. Yes,
What
that's the
bunch of
face
bullshitters.
you. Correct. That's the face you and everybody else made for in in reaction to that comment. Um, so the film goes on to release nationally May 7th, 2004, in the U.S. and Canada, and then has several to a limited release, and then it's released worldwide for like throughout the rest of the year. Eventually, worldwide grosses $11,536,423 for a budget of $65,000.
That's pretty solid
Make
returns.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
That's pretty solid returns.
Yeah, for sure. We're not talking about Blair Witch Returns or anything, but uh, pretty fucking good. It is the 22nd highest grossing documentary of all time. Um,
Oh
it was
wow.
also nominated for an Oscar. Um, another little fun fact: the day before the official release of the film, McDonald's rolls out its Go Active campaign to get people to begin eating healthier and making more healthy options. Once again, claiming it was unrelated to the film.
I'm so full of shit. Fuck it.
Correct. And you know what? I say correct. We can't prove it because that was their
Nah,
official.
fuck them. No, but they use the knowledge that you can't prove it as a way to
Exactly. I
like
mean
just
that's what they do.
not acknowledge it.
Well, yeah,
They,
rolled it out the day before the release. That way, they could be like, "Oh, well, this came before that.
oh,
See." But of course,
it
there was
was
like
just a
little
coincidence.
coinky dink. Even though we became aware of this 4 months ago in January and have been spiraling since then. Um, I mean, yeah, no. Pretty much every
So
other chain followed. Burger King got rid
is
of the
that
king
what
size
did
option.
it
Wendy's
change the
got rid of.
result? Wait, what did Wendy's get rid of?
King, Burger King and Wendy's both got rid of their largest size options. I believe they just they like reworked it around, so like they got rid of the label and they kept the size under like a different name. Like basically they got rid of the small in actuality, and the medium became small, large became medium, and their king size option became large.
Did that court case get revisited?
Not to my knowledge, no. But the lawyer
McDonald's
representing
gotta
those,
fucking pay up.
yeah, exactly, kind of. The lawyer representing those two women was actually in the documentary as well, and he had several
Oh,
other
okay.
cases. And it's really interesting to see this because there was clearly a this was all part of a kick in the entire country to be more healthy overall. The Atkins diet had been reintroduced and gained popularity again in the 90s. Same thing with like dance classes and exercise classes. Um, that's when we started seeing more products and plans for like weight loss and everything. The
Yeah,
that weren't just diet and exercise. Drink this powder, take this pill. It'll help you lose weight without even doing anything. That kind of thing.
yeah.
Um, and then that's 2004, and I mean, I remember when because I was born in '96. So I remember the mid to late 2000s very well, and there was so much push for more activity. I mean, just a big push to be healthier in general, especially when it came to kids. Because that's the thing. The biggest issue with that lawsuit, then that this documentary points out, is that McDonald's is targeting kids.
Yeah,
Period.
absolutely.
Their mascot is a fucking clown that hangs out with the kids. They pushed birthday parties. They pushed all the Happy Meals. They had playgrounds there, man. You know?
I know my kid ain't gonna be eating no fucking fast food. They'll eat some, but I'll
Yeah.
make sure it's not a regular thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's kind of how we feel. I really do not eat McDonald's anymore at all. I actually can't remember the last time I ate McDonald's. And no, actually, I do. I got a McGriddle several months ago, I think. Because
Man,
yeah.
I don't know why, but like talking about all these McDonald's foods is making me so nauseous. Ugh.
Oh yeah, no, McDonald's is not a regular thing. I eat McDonald's at this point maybe 3 times a year. Um,
I eat it a little bit more, but that's because in Seattle there's not a lot of fast food options, and
for real.
there's fucking way. Oh, God, actually, makes me so mad. There's so many fucking McDonald's in Seattle. Ugh. There's
What do
like
you mean?
there's a bunch of McDonald's in the city of Seattle. Let's do a quick.
Oh, you gonna look it up?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
so
what's
basically
up?
this. No, 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 you're fine. I mean, this all basically just becomes a much bigger thing. So the push to get healthy was already kind of there at the
Jesus
beginning of the
Christ.
Bush administration.
Mhm.
What's the number? How many McDonald's are there in
I
Seattle?
just I'm just looking at a map. I'm looking at a map of Seattle.
Uh,
It's just
It's like
let
looking up a
me let me
pedophile in your
quick.
neighborhood.
Oh no! Don't say that. Okay.
It's like looking up how many
Um,
like convicted offenders there are living around you. It's like you don't want to know, bro. Trust me.
9.
9 in
Mm,
Seattle.
yeah.
Damn. How big is Seattle? I mean, it's a big city, right?
It's not that big.
Really? Oh,
It's just there's a lot of people here, but it's actually not considered that big in terms of like area wise.
I see.
So
Okay.
9 is so.
That's that. I mean, yeah, that's a big number because like, how many are in? I would have to. Now you got me thinking. How many are in Charlotte? Hold up. I have to assume there's over 10 in Charlotte.
I'm pretty sure Charlotte is big, is bigger land area than Seattle.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. Oh my god.
What?
Jesus. I'm looking at it.
How many is it? Was it like 20? Is it less?
I got 18.
Ugh. Jesus.
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god. Well, like, and now they have McDonald's like in every town. Like even
Yeah.
small towns that shouldn't have McDonald's. Like
Yep.
West End. West End has a fucking McDonald's now, man.
Just the most popular fast food restaurant right now. Yeah.
I
In
don't think
the
so.
country.
I don't think so.
But
Not
you don't think
anymore.
so?
No, no. I'm pretty sure. God, I want to say Chick-fil-A is the most popular. It's either that or Subway or Taco Bell. I
Ugh.
mean, it's definitely still in like the top 10, maybe top 5, but
Oh no, it's definitely in the top five, 100%. Just because of availability. It has so many fucking stores.
I mean,
Like
yeah.
if you're in like
Are you fucking shitting
what's
me?
up?
No, no. This is one website. This can't be. What the fuck, bro? Starbucks is number one, and then it's McDonald's. I hate it here.
That's hilarious.
That's
That's
not
hilarious.
even. You know how you see people on like Twitter, Instagram be like, "Coffee is a meal." Sometimes they really believe that shit.
Hold on. Starbucks has food now.
Yeah, but like,
It's overpriced and it's just okay and it's super small. But they have
yeah,
food now.
it's all microwaved, man. It's a
No,
microwaved
I know.
breakfast
Oh yeah, no, I
sandwich,
know.
or
I
maybe they have paninis now.
no, maybe. But the only reason why I get Starbucks nowadays is because my boss volunteers to buy a Starbucks every once in a while.
It has nothing to do with the fact that you live in Seattle.
I don't like coffee. I don't drink. I'm not a coffee everyday person.
Uh,
That's just not me. So like
uh,
Starbucks is not an ideal place for me. I think the food's overly expensive and not that good, and I don't really care that much about coffee. So,
uh,
but if someone's gonna give me free Starbucks, okay, I'm listening, right? And I've tried some of the food options, and man,
all right,
they're
so I'm
good,
looking.
but like it's like
Yeah.
a fucking tiny little biscuit, like this size. It's like $9. It's
All right, so I'm looking at on what is called the NPD, and I don't know what that stands for, but apparently like they're the authority when it comes to this shit. So theirs actually is number one in terms of dollar sales is McDonald's, and then Starbucks, and then Chick-fil-A, and then Taco Bell. I
But
really
I
thought
think that's just going
Subway
to be
was
the
on here.
case just because of the sheer volume of McDonald's. They're in the fucking country.
Yeah, no,
They
I
have the
mean,
ability to produce more than any of these other places. In Washington, the last time I checked, there's only like 8 Chick-fil-A's, right? So
right,
you're
yeah,
not going to be able to generate as much money in the state of Washington as
yeah,
fucking McDonald's, who
and they're
has
close.
how many? I forgot how many McDonald's there is in Seattle, but 9, right?
Yeah,
Just in
9 in
Seattle.
Seattle. I mean, there are. I mean, there are millions, though, right? Maybe millions is too
That's
much.
high. I wouldn't say millions.
I know there's at least tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of
I
thousands of
think, yeah,
McDonald's.
that's probably true.
I'm gonna check it out.
Google's a wonderful thing.
Isn't it? I love it. All right, yeah. So that was a little much. There are 38,000 McDonald's locations. Over
Yep,
38,000. Excuse me.
in the world,
93%
in the United,
of which are franchises. Yeah, that's what
in the
said to me.
United States,
Uh,
13,000.
in the United States,
I just looked
13,000.
it up.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus. Yeah, man. It's nuts. Well, okay, so Do you remember that time though from when you were a kid and like you saw all these like get up and be active commercials and public service announcements?
I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it 100. No, all I did was play video games. I didn't care about the outside.
Fair enough. So like that was the
I
thing.
was
Like
12.
eventually,
I was 12 and played a bunch of games and like
well, like
that's all
I
I
didn't
cared
play
about.
as many video games as I did watch TV, and that's the thing.
Mm.
Fast food restaurant chains got in on it, and then eventually they started addressing the issue more so, and they're like, "Hey, a big issue for this also is video games and TV. Kids are not coming home and being active,
They better
and
take
they
that
don't."
shit back.
Yeah, I mean,
I love video games.
hey, I love video games too. I
No,
love TV also, and that's the thing.
nah,
I would
nah. Video games are perfect in every way.
they improve dexterity
Sorry.
and reflexes. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I'm a
no, I
better
mean
person because of video games.
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not dissing video
No,
games. I
I'm joking.
think
No, no, no. Hold on. Let me tone that down. I'm joking. But this is
I,
sarcastic.
that's good. I think saying you're a better person because of video games is a little much.
Is it?
I don't know.
Have you
I
played
don't
Prince
play
of
him.
Persia? Changed
that's
my life.
the that's the example.
Prince of Persia changed my life. That's a good game. That's a good franchise. Well, until it wasn't.
Until the movie.
Oh no, before that,
Oh, okay. Well,
it was
okay.
still
So
bad during the movie. But oh, dude, we should. That should be my present movie. I should talk about Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm so conflicted with that movie because I actually adore Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor. But fuck me, dude, that
yeah,
movie is dog shit.
I never
It's
saw
a,
it.
it's like below average, and that's why it pisses me off. If it was an average movie, I'd be more happy. But it's just below average, and it's not really because of the performances or anything. It's just bad. It's just not
Like
good writing.
just the script.
Yeah, the special effects are okay.
Hmm.
It's just dumb. It makes me mad. I don't want to talk about it.
You look really
Video game.
depressed
Oh,
over
dude,
it.
we have a whole episode about video game adaptations and why they piss me the fuck off.
See, that's the thing. We're gonna be starting our own like podcast conglomerate, and then the video game is gonna be a separate podcast. As soon as
Man,
yeah,
can't wait to talk about Doom with Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
yeah. You know what? A piece of trivia I heard the other day. The first movie adaptation of a video game. Do you know what it was?
Hold on. I have a thought, but I just want to just scrape my memory banks just to think if
Okay.
there's anything else.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna say what my initial thought was because I couldn't think of anything else. Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That movie's fucking garbage. Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yes, it is.
Jesus
And I hate it
Christ.
because it has so many great actors in that
Yeah.
movie. And it's not good. I don't know how they made it not good, but like they literally took all of it and just fucked it up completely. Like it's not even reminiscent of the
It's a
game
better
at all.
movie if you just don't think of it as a Mario movie.
Yes.
I
I,
think it improves the movie a lot,
well,
but
it's just
like
yeah.
it's still not great. I don't know.
So that when I was a kid, I thought it was amazing because I was like
I had
I was
similar reaction. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was 11 and I was like, I can't believe it. It's Princess. It pissed
Yeah.
me off. It wasn't even Princess Peach. It was Princess Daisy, and I was like, oh yeah, she was a character. I forgot.
Yep.
But yeah, whatever. It's got the fucking ant from Harry Potter. Um, who's the dude, the main villain in it? He was in Speed.
I forgot his name.
He's a big actor too. I don't know why I can remember it. But God, we are getting off topic. Uh,
That's fine. That's why we have post production.
yeah, but no, I love it. My favorite part, I love Bob Hoskins, but I love it because it's just a very young John Leguizamo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Luigi.
Yes, Dennis Hopper. That's who it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper plays the bad guy. And bro, yeah, no, I didn't even realize that was him. He's so young in that movie. Um, but God, because I love him now. He's in like everything.
Like
Uh,
what?
oh God, he was in Chef, the John Favreau movie. He was in Ant Man.
Oh, okay.
Fuck, he's in
Oh,
a whole. Yeah, he's in a
wait, what
whole
was he in
bunch of.
Batman?
He was like I'm pretty sure he was one of the side dudes like Paul Rudd's like friends or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in the van and shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, that dude's in everything. But I digress. But no, I bring it up because when I was a kid, I remember watching Nickelodeon, and I still remember the song. They had all the Nickelodeon like characters and shit. Basically, they would do a commercial to be like, "Hey, thanks for watching. Get up and go play outside." They would play the song. I'm gonna sing it. Um,
Yeah, kill it. You got it.
they played it, and it would they like basically I'd be watching Jimmy Neutron, and they would just pop on with
Great
that
show.
shit. Get up, get up, get up, and be a player. Get up, get up, get up, get up. This is your
I don't.
message. Go outside and play 15 minutes a day, or half an hour a day. I don't even fucking remember, but
I didn't
yeah,
have to get up to be a player, if you know what I mean.
yeah, that's right. I know that's right.
Ah, man, I'm funny. Holy shit, I'm so
Yes,
funny.
you're funny. I hate it. You know, I just did. I'm gonna send it to you. I did voices recently. Getting into voice acting. Not for like any projects.
Yeah,
I set
I've
my
like that's something I aspire to do too. I think
I
I could. I think I have a lot of talent with my voice.
I agree. You have a pretty remarkable voice. I would say. Um, Excellent speaking voice amongst other things. Um,
I like doing like I don't know. I like my voice. Normal voice is fine. I really like doing things that don't sound anything like my voice.
yes. Yeah, I agree. I've heard you do some, and they're always pretty funny, at least to me, or at least interesting. Um,
Yeah,
my favorite
I just have
blooper
fun with it.
from my favorite blooper from Small Town Relics is like, or
Hmm.
behind the scenes footage I should say is you reading the script in a Shakespearean delivery kind of
Wait, what
way,
was I
you know.
reading? I forgot.
Um,
Do you remember? Was it Miss New Booty?
was it Miss New Booty? No, no, no. Like you were reading from the
I
Small
thought.
Town Relics script.
Oh, the script.
Yeah,
And
you were reading.
okay,
We were
I
sitting
think.
on the couch, and I just got you,
Mhm.
and you're like reading from the script, and you're like, I'm not gonna say it, but like, you're like, Edward, I'm not conducting interviews. I'm selling weed. Like,
What inspired that was a video of a like older white gentleman sitting by a fireplace
yeah.
reading. I found lyrics to Miss New Booty, and he was like, "I found you, Miss New Booty. Bring it together and bring it back to me. Get it right. Get it right. Get it tight." And I died.
So, so most recent, I think you did that too. I don't remember though.
But that's what
So,
inspired me to do it for the script.
um, so I only have one recording, or I have like maybe a couple. Basically, I do "Creep" by Radiohead as Goofy. Um, and then I kind of branched out.
Sounds
I was
like fun.
drinking. Like I told you, I've been living the bachelor life this weekend, so like I was like, I got nothing else to do. This is something I've thought about doing, so I did that. And then like by the end of the song, I had branched out and just started singing random lyrics as Christopher Walken. Um,
Now I would
and
admit that's a voice
it's hard.
I don't think I can do very well.
It's hard. Like his voice has like his levels naturally. I don't even know
There's
how.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of variation, but it
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't want to overdo it. It's a
Right.
very like it's
It's
very unique
subtle.
cadence.
Yeah, yeah. It's so odd. But like I'm getting better with Christopher Walken, but I'm still working on it. I think amongst others, I also did SpongeBob
Yikes! I can't do that right now.
and
It's too hard on my voice.
then Bane and Batman.
Oh yes, I was wondering go to drink first.
Like
Your
I hate it because I
spirit or your
oh your
body
body.
or
I
your body.
so like I got to the part in the song I was
Let's
like
not start on the ceremony here.
Mr. Wayne.
I gotta
I
give
want
I give
I
Tom
did
Hardy
it
credit. I thought that was a pretty
right.
interesting voice.
Right, because he already kind of has like an interesting voice.
Yeah, and
It's
he
like,
changed it completely for that movie.
yeah, yeah. God, he shaved his head too. That was weird.
That was legitimate.
Yeah. No,
Besides
like,
that, comedic.
what? So like, I honed in on that part of that piece of dialogue because I got into the part of the song where it's like, I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I'm just gonna end up doing the whole thing.
Have you seen the
That's the
Bane
second.
rap?
No. What the
Oh
fuck is
my
that?
god! Someone's doing the Bane voice, but they're doing a rap. It is actually one of the funniest things ever.
Is that like epic rap battles of
No,
history, or
no,
is
no,
this
no, no, no,
someone
no, no,
different
no.
entirely?
Someone took the football scene. You remember where he blows up the football stadium? They
Yeah.
took that scene, edited a little bit, and added their own voice, and had Bane rap. And it's like one of the funniest things. Okay, hold on. This is
Right
super.
on.
No, this is
Oh,
super.
are you gonna give it to me?
Yeah. Oh yes, I'm Bane. That's my name. I remember that.
I love it.
I can't remember the line. It's like try to take me down and I'll crash your plane. It's something like
Fuck.
that. It's really bad.
That's actually pretty hardcore.
When
I
I
like
say
that.
no, you say survivors. No, spike. Oh my god. All right. I sent it to you. We can continue with the
I
episode.
hate that you just did that to me.
That was it's in the video. It's great stuff.
Oh god, I had to spit my drink out.
You almost made me spit my drink out. Jeez.
Yeah, we're even.
But yeah,
Let's
fucking
not
don't
stand on ceremony
ceremony.
here, Mr. Wayne. I want you to notice
Don't do
when I'm
that.
not around.
No, no. That's the one part about those movies I thought was obnoxious as shit. It made no
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, we've
I-
talked
well-
about this before. Like, why couldn't he just... The dude in Scream, Ghostface, could change his fucking voice. Like, why can't this billionaire? Like, he can't buy something for that?
Again, Christian Bell, phenomenal actor. Okay,
Yeah.
not the best Batman. Not because
Well,
of Christian Bell.
No, I mean, honestly, like, Batman
Actually,
is just
you know
a
what? It
hard
actually
character.
is because of Christian Bell. I saw some information that actually said it was Christian Bell's decision to do the voice, and Christopher Nolan didn't stop it. So it's both Christopher Nolan and Christian Bell's fault. Christian
Yeah,
Bell
God.
come up with a dumb shit idea. Love you, okay? Even the
He's
best
listening.
people have dumb shit ideas. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
don't take it the wrong way. Phenomenal actor. Okay,
Yeah.
but then Christopher Nolan for not recognizing that that's a fucking dumb shit idea. Also, one thing I noticed in movies 2 and 3, he like really ramped up the raspiness of his voice. In
Yeah.
Batman Begins, it's actually way more subtle, and I think if he kept that throughout, it wouldn't have been perceived as bad. But
That's fine.
I don't know. I saw like back-to-back dialogue examples from Batman Begins and the other two movies, and it's just so much more extreme than the other two movies. It's really weird.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing hockey pads. What the fuck? Excuse me? What did you say?
I've already given my whole spiel on the voice, man. I don't need to give it again. Like, the part that I've told you, the part where I left off was like he had to give like the twist in the knife bit at the end of Dark Knight Rises, and I was like, man, Just spit it the fuck out, all right? We know how this ends. It's a Batman movie. Just just deliver the fucking
Um,
line. I don't know. Um, but
but
yes,
this
again,
is I said all that just to say that Robin Pattinson's the best Batman.
yes, I know. That's you're always your end game. You're always trying to plug Robert Pattinson as Batman, and you're trying to plug everything everywhere all at
Yeah,
once.
he's the best
That
Batman.
that's fair. He might be. I don't know. I just think Batman is a very hard character, and I
Yeah,
think
and
I've
Robin
said it.
Pattinson killed it.
Val Kilmer said it. He was like, "Yeah, I very quickly realized this is him speaking on his experience as Batman. He was like, "Yeah, man, I realized they didn't want me to act. They just wanted me to show up, deliver the line, and
Oh, that's sad.
yeah, like basically, he was
That's
like, yeah,
really sad.
yeah, man. He was like, I
No
was very
creative expression.
really. That's exactly how he felt about it. That's exactly why George Clooney had to step in on the next one. He was like, hey, man, I don't want to do this again.
And
Like,
that's easily the worst Batman.
yeah,
George Clooney, great actor. Handsome man, fucking worst Batman. Okay?
good,
Sorry, George.
not a
You're
bad
great
Bruce
in a
Wayne.
lot of other things.
Not a bad Bruce Wayne, but I don't know. That's a whole other argument if you can even say that like those are separate because
I
they
mean,
kind of
yeah,
are.
Christian Bale was. I think you can make the argument that Christian Bale might be the best Bruce Wayne. He
Yeah,
just had a dog
yeah,
shit Batman. But when you're playing Batman, you're playing two characters.
yeah, exactly. That's the hard part.
So I guess let me be clear when I say best Batman, I'm saying best overall package of Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Fair enough.
And I think Robert Pattinson
That's
is that man.
that's what we talk about 9 times out of 10 on this podcast. Batman and Star Wars.
But yeah, it's probably the best movie I think I've seen this year. I'll have to think about that again.
No,
I think.
everything everywhere all at
No,
once.
it's not. It is. Yeah, I had to think about that. It's the second best movie. Uh,
um, yeah. I think that's probably the best movie I've seen all year. But anyway, I digress. Just to kind of wrap it up, Supersize Me became a staple when we have the discussion of fast food and how food consumption, diet, exercise, how those are perceived in America. Like I said, after that, I mean, in the later 2000s, all over my school, in media and everywhere, there was just so much push to get healthier, and especially when it came to kids. You know, uh, we get toward the end of the Bush administration, the Obama administration comes in, and if you remember, Michelle Obama made that a priority for her, at
yeah, yeah,
least,
that was
and
like her whole thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that was her whole thing: getting kids healthy, getting them active, fighting obesity in America, but also with a special focus on childhood obesity. In 2010, the I want to say that it was the Obama administration, but just Congress overall. The There was a bill passed that required at that point all restaurant chains with at least 20 locations. It became mandatory that you had to provide the nutritional value facts at your restaurants.
That's so frustrating. That even has to be a fucking law. But yeah.
Well, so again, I highly encourage you, man. Go watch Supersize Me. It's just a great documentary. It's crazy to see it. This dude's experience when he goes on this binge, and in the documentary, literally half of the McDonald's could not give him anything on the nutritional facts. In 2003, when he did this, he would go. This is New York City. Half of the McDonald's he went into would not or could not provide any nutritional facts on the food. And the ones that did have it, you know, often they wouldn't have it as a pamphlet. They found one, like there's literally like one frame that was like in the back that they had to put up or something. Um, and I believe the law requiring restaurant chains to do that didn't actually become enforceable until 2018.
Mm-hmm.
So it was enacted in 2010, but it was like, all right, you know, hey, we're reasonable. You have 8 years to comply. Um,
Yeah, that's more than enough time.
yeah, exactly.
I gave him a fucking month. Fucking figure it out. Pitter patter. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly, man. You got fucking billions of dollars to invest in your marketing
Yeah.
campaign to push your trash ass
You
food,
could
but you
literally
can't.
do this overnight. Go fuck
Exactly.
yourself.
You absolutely
Years.
could. Well, yeah, and a part of it too, I think, is 93%, or at least as of 2022, 93% of McDonald's are franchises. It's not corporate. So these are independent owners who are licensing the McDonald's brand, the McDonald's product. Um,
Yeah.
so technically they're small business owners, if you want to call them
Yeah.
that.
I feel
Um,
like, and I don't know this for a fact because I haven't really looked into it, but I feel like the reason why that's so prevalent in McDonald's is because it probably makes McDonald's a lot of money to
yeah,
have it like that.
yeah,
Because I would
yeah.
imagine there's some type of yearly fee to have a franchise under McDonald's name.
Absolutely, there is. There is absolutely a fee, and that's really how McDonald's made most of their money. It's how they got so big. Have you seen The Founder with Michael Keaton?
Like Michael
Yeah.
Keaton.
Basically, it goes over, and I think I'm not sure how much of it is accurate, but it's a biopic on Ray Kroc and how he went from like I think he was like selling blenders or something like that. He was just a traveling salesman in the 50s. And
That sounds
on
awful.
the road, he came across this little operation ran by two brothers who had the last name McDonald. And
That's his
ba-
history.
yeah, he just slid in. And basically, they were struggling for a few years. And then, like, he went to some marketing dude and he was like, hey, dude, your money is not going to be in this, like, operation. It's great you've streamlined that and basically invented fast food. But the money you're going to make is in real estate. You
Mm.
license the franchises, especially if you like provide like I think there was like something where they were like buying the land that they would be put on, and they would just give people the franchising money or whatever. And like, bro, they just
Mm.
fucking raked it in because the whole deal was like, hey, do you want to get rich? Buy a fucking McDonald's restaurant that you own. Easy.
Yeah.
Um,
Get rich
so
quick.
exactly.
Prevalent to this day
Exactly.
in
So
different forms. But yeah.
yeah. The rest, as they say, is history. Supersize Me is a staple in a cult classic in its own way. I can name two different teachers that had us watch it when I was in grade school. Our science teacher had
Oh,
us watch it, and when I was in like culinary class, foods class, our teacher made us watch that also. Um,
hmm.
and I'm sure a lot of health classes, gym classes, like they make you watch that as well. Um, for the sole fact of like it is very good information, and it is a very very accurate portrayal of the dangers of fast food. So much so
Yeah.
that it warranted. There is a sequel to it.
What
Supersize Me
happens?
2.
Does he eat for does he eat it for 2 months?
I
It's the
don't.
only reasonable.
I've seen it. It was a while ago, but I don't think he goes on a binge in the same way. But basically, it's the same kind of focus. He dives into the chicken industry, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, and basically how those have
Ugh.
not only is it not healthy, and it's also immoral and is fucked over so many farmers um, who
Color me
have.
shocked and surprised.
Yes, exactly. So I actually would recommend that one as well. Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
and
Feel like
no,
I
actually, that's actually the premise. He doesn't go on a binge. He starts his own chicken restaurant. Um, and basically at the end of it, he's like, then the whole premise behind his chicken restaurant is he's like, yeah, do you like what you're eating? Here's all the facts about it. Like his whole marketing thing is like true chicken, like what you're fucking buying here. What like this is all the process that goes into um, making this kind of restaurant. And he at the end of it, he's like, yeah. I hope my chicken restaurant gets so big that everybody eventually sees what I'm trying to do and sees why these restaurants are like should not exist, and I hope they all get shut down, including mine.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, Morgan Spurlock, man, I gotta fucking give it to that dude. I got mad respect for that guy. He's not even, and I love it because he speaks so highly. He's actually more of a producer, I think, than anything, and he's like, yeah, man, for me, like, and this is something I really agree with. he said in an interview recently, or maybe a few years ago, someone asked him like, "Hey, do you have more movies that you want to make?" You know, and he's like, "Honestly, for me, filmmaking is something where it's like you make this movie because you have to, because you will go absolutely fucking crazy if you don't." Which is how it's been for me in my experience. You know, it's not like, oh, I want to do it. It's like I have to do it kind of thing. So he's like, yeah, honestly, I get more out of supporting other filmmakers and lifting them up and being part of their experience and their journey than making my own films most of the time. So, uh, yeah, Supersize Me. Go
Personally,
watch it.
I get more joy in finding the bad directors and shitting on them. That's how I get my joy.
Does that make you feel good?
Makes me
Does
feel
that
like
make you feel like a big man, Adam?
big strong man.
All right. Well, that is the story of Supersize Me, and
I don't know how I got through that. I literally felt nauseous as we talked about it.
well, you and we can cut this out later, Adam. But I do remember you've given me some context clues as to the type of diet you had when you were a kid. Did you eat a lot of fast food when you were a kid?
Hey, more than I probably should have. I think.
Yeah. I'll be honest. One time you told me when we were shooting Small Town Relics, you told me uh, that you had not never had an apple
Yeah, that's probably true. I eat apples every
or
day now.
yeah or something like that. Like in
It's
like
possible.
20 years or something, 20 something years, you had never had an apple. Um,
Yeah.
which that's not like a slight against you or like the way you were raised by any means. For me, that just speaks to literally the fucking stranglehold that fast food chains want to have
Yeah.
on
That's what I'm saying.
American
My kid,
families.
I'll give my kids some fast food, but they're
Yeah.
gonna eat fruit every fucking day. They're gonna eat vegetables every
Mm-hmm.
fucking day.
Exactly, man. We do not give him our son that
No cheeseburgers yet.
um I don't
I'm
think
joking.
so. No, no, we did give him like half a cheeseburger, but it wasn't a fast food cheeseburger. It was from like a mom and pop. Like it was an actual burger with decent ingredients,
Yeah,
which is still not great. Like beef overall is really not good for you.
it's not ideal.
But yeah, no. Overall, excellent examination of health in America and how the system really works against you in that respect. So yeah, if you have not seen Supersize Me, go check it out. If you have, shit, go watch it again. I've seen it several times. I fucking love that movie every time. But yes, that wraps up the past, and now we moved to the present. What do you got?
Okay, so this is a super recent film. Came out last year. Excuse me. It is called The Last Duel.
Okay.
It's a historic action drama film. Wow, so many words. And it's directed by this small guy
Humble.
named Ridley Scott.
I think I've heard of him. I think I may have
So before
seen
I
his
go any
name.
further, whenever we have a big time director, I always want to
Yeah.
ask, do you have a favorite Ridley Scott movie? I know I'm putting you on the spot. But
No, I I kind of started formulating that. I was like, because I know you're gonna ask me when you told me earlier what the movie was gonna be. I was like, oh,
mine's
he's.
between two. I actually haven't picked one,
Hold
but
up, hold
mine's
up, hold
between
up.
two.
All right, I'm gonna write down the two that it is between for me, and then I'm gonna have you tell me what your two are, and I want to see if it's the same two.
All right, write it.
And I'm doing this, but I'm sure it's gonna be like. I doubt it is actually. I just remembered
We'll
one
see.
other one that. All right, all right. What are your two?
So my two, Alien
Yep, that was the one I
and
knew you were gonna
Gladiator.
say.
And Gladiator. Oof, pixelated.
Is
Ah,
it?
close. That's
Yeah.
close.
I totally and honestly like I hate it too because as I was done writing and I was like, oh no, I forgot about another one. It was Alien. I was like, yours has got to be Alien, gotta be. Um, I've actually never seen Alien in full. I know, blasphemous. I got to check it out. Uh, but
Jesus Christ.
yeah, no man. Fuck. Ridley Scott has. I mean, it doesn't even stop there. God, what else has he done? He's done a shit ton.
Yeah, he's done
Uh,
Hannibal, Black Hawk
yeah,
Down, Robin Hood, Prometheus,
yeah.
The Martian, which is really great.
Oh, that's right. He did do The Martian. Um,
Um, you said Blade Runner.
yeah.
He did GI Jane.
Did he? Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Uh,
That's funny.
I didn't know that either. Um, I've
Matchstick
not seen.
Men. Oh, he did American Gangster. Yeah, that's a good ass movie.
Oh, did he? Oh, I love
Yeah,
that movie. That's a good one.
but yeah,
Um,
Home Dude has a massive body of work to demonstrate. He knows kind of what he's doing when it comes to directing.
he's alright.
The Last Duel.
Yeah.
The reason why it resonated with me. By the way, we're going from one disgusting thing to another disgusting thing.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Let me just explain. So the plot.
Okay.
It's set in medieval France. I'm going to butcher the fuck out of these names. Roll with it. The film stars. Actually, let me go over the cast before I give the synopsis. We
Okay.
have Ben Affleck. We
Is
have
he in it?
Matt
Oh, of
Damon.
course. Of course he's in it. I knew Matt Damon was in it. I should have assumed Ben Affleck was also.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption. Um, and Adam Driver and Jodie Corner, which I'll admit, not as super familiar with, but damn, did she fucking kill it. Holy shit. She
Oh yeah.
had the hardest role in the whole fucking movie. Easy peasy. Like, ugh,
Okay.
fuck. Anyway, so that's your main cast. Obviously, there's more, but that's like the heart of the film. So it's set in medieval France. Again, about to butcher some names, but we're gonna keep on running through. The film stars Matt Damon as Jean de Courrouge. I believe that's how it's said. A knight who challenged his former friend, Squire Jacques Legris, Adam Driver's character, to a
Kylo Ren.
judicial duel after Jean's wife, Marguerite, I actually know that's how you say it, which is Jodie Corner's character, accuses Adam Driver's character of raping her.
Okay.
So basically, trial by combat after Matt Damon's wife
Yep.
accuses Adam Driver's
Kylo Ren.
character of rape.
Yes.
Yes, Kylo Ren, most famously known as Kylo Ren, the artist formerly known as Adam Driver.
Yes. So this is a different type of marriage story.
Man, okay. So let me go into like the reason why this movie is so unique to me. I'm
Okay.
sure it's. I feel like there's definitely probably been another movie that's tried to do something like this, but I can't think
Yep.
of one. So what this movie does, it's broken into three parts, and
I
you
see.
get and you get the perspective of Matt Damon's character of the events. You
Yeah.
get the perspective of Adam Driver's perspective,
Yeah.
and then you get the perspective of Jodie Corner's perspective.
Right. So in that order, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So see, that's
Ooh.
I think. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's interesting. Because I assume we really don't find out the truth until we get her
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah. And
Gotcha. Yeah.
man, it is. I can't. Admittedly, I don't know if I can recommend this movie for everyone, just because the subject matter is really
Sure.
rough.
Dark.
Yeah, dark.
Yeah.
It is heavy.
So, trigger warning for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But man, everyone in that movie like demolishes the role.
Nice.
Ben
Right
Affleck
on.
has kind of a smaller role in the world. He's an important character, but his role in the movie isn't. It's big because he makes decisions that totally affects
Okay.
things.
Well, how
But
who does he play?
the character,
Like, is he like a king of England or some shit?
yeah, he plays Count Pierre Dialon. Like, fuck that name. All I know, he wasn't like a king, but he
Okay.
in this world. I don't know much about uh, I don't know much about French history, but it was very clear to me he played an authority role that was both above Adam Driver's character and Matt Damon's character,
Okay.
and his decisions uh, definitely affect where characters go in the movie.
Okay.
Apparently, it was also based on a 2004 book, The Last Duel, a story of crime, scandal, and trial by combat in medieval France by Eric Yeager. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, man, this is it's just a dark, grimy movie, and like I'm gonna keep it real. It is hard to watch because there's like one character you're fucking rooting for because like everyone sucks, but it's like I I think it does a good job of demonstrating like human experience in the sense of like number one, these characters are not black and white. There's not a clearly evil person. There's not a clearly good person. You can even with Adam Driver's character who does really bad stuff, like he isn't purely evil.
Right. He's just
He
like
has
probably naive, ignorant, misguided
yeah,
kind of thing.
and
Yeah.
he does some really bad stuff. But I love how the word I want to use is like multidimensional the characters are. But when I say
Right.
multidimensional, but like, it's heavily skewed to bad because I actually don't fucking like any of the characters except for Marguerite,
Right.
Jodie
Okay.
Corner's character.
Okay.
Even Matt Damon's character who plays the husband, pretty dog shit husband. But I think it's an accurate portrayal of the product of the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 That's
And
interesting.
what
I
I
like that.
the reason why also I think it's a accurate portrayal of human experience is getting those three separate like perspectives
Yeah.
and like kind of how our mind interprets like the same action like what mild spoiler but like effectively the three segments of the movie are all the same scenes, just
Right.
from
But
different
from
perspectives.
another movie did that in one of the scenes. Small Town Relics. But
Not
no,
quite as a larger scale, but yeah.
right, but I mean, yeah, like that the climax in Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that. That is very interesting. I have not seen The Last Duel, but I do think that's very interesting. I'm more inclined to go watch it, I think. So,
Very
well,
brutal movie.
so tell me more. Overall, I'll put it how do you put it to me last episode. Movie ends, credits roll. What are your thoughts?
Oh no. It was that's sad. It was just sad. It was technically mild spoiler again, not giving any
Uh-huh.
details. Technically it was kind of a good ending. But like
Okay.
the reason why I can't say the ending was good in the
Yeah.
sense of like the result of everything. But man, all this shit that like mainly Jodie Corner's character had to go through.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. It's so fucked. And it's just, even though she gets out and she has a bright future, it's just like, you can't undo the dog shit she just had to go through in her
Mm-hmm.
early years, you know? So, like, I
Because
guess
yeah.
mixed. I was very mixed because, like, you don't find out, like, the future stuff you find out after the movie's over. The movie ends, and before the credits hit, it starts to explain what happened after the events. And then it's like, okay, like, because I feel like if they just ended the movie where it ended, you just be like, okay.
Right. Oh, so we have to have like a what happened, where are they now kind of
Yeah.
um, epilogue.
That epilogue puts a better taste in my mouth. Because
Okay, gotcha.
otherwise, it would
See,
have been like,
interestingly
well,
enough, we had the same thing in Supersize Me. Like, it ends and he's like, "Yeah, I got really fucking sick. Don't eat this shit." And then at the end of that is like, "Oh yeah, McDonald's took away their supersize option, and in 2004 March, the cheeseburger bill was passed, preventing anyone from suing a fast food chain for making them unhealthy." Which I
thanks for
didn't
the
mention.
thanks for the spoiler, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't even give a
Well,
spoiler warning.
well, technically, the bill was passed. Like,
Nope, you spoiled it. How now? There's no way. You ruined it.
the bill
I'm
was
not
passed 2 months before the movie was
not
released. It
even
got
gonna get a
spoiled for
surprise.
everybody.
Not even gonna get a surprise. Hmm,
I
thanks.
hate you.
You're just ruining movies every day for me.
I hate you.
Yeah, you clearly. That's why you're spoiling all these fucking movies.
That's exactly why. No, I am an asshole. Is what that is.
But
No,
yeah,
so yeah.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to watch. It is
So
hard to watch.
so you would recommend it, however, view with your own discretion,
Yeah, yeah. No, I
because it
think
is
it's a
hard subject
very good
material.
piece of art. But
Yeah,
just because it's a very good piece of art doesn't mean it's for everyone.
fair. I think that's very fair. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. But which, you could say that about every movie. It's like there's a target audience, and you're not always in it. Um,
I don't know. I think those Avengers movies are probably made for everyone.
yeah,
I feel like.
yeah, but like none of them. I guess so. I guess so. You say that, but I know plenty of people who've never seen any of them because they're not into to
No, 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 no,
sci-fi
no. Let me refer. So
adventure.
let me. There will be no piece of media that everyone watches. That's not the claim I'm making. I'm saying
Oh, okay,
Avengers was made in mind for everyone. It was
that's fair.
intended to be for everyone. Fucking the
So,
Last Duel is not.
okay, heard. Fair enough. Well, yeah, okay. So I'm just thinking like the Avengers, that whole franchise to me is just it's very interesting to me because I and the perfect example I have to exemplify this is when the first Avengers came out after the solo movies, um, and everybody came together for that first Avengers movie, the first time they teamed
I
up.
ain't gonna lie, man. I was so hyped at that time. I was so hyped when
Yeah,
that first
bro,
Avengers
it was
movie
it
came
was
out.
awesome. It was fucking amazing. They all banded together to save the fucking day for the first time, and we got the Avengers. It was so dope. After once we get to like Endgame, right? Go back, go back now and watch the Avengers movie, like the first Avengers back in 2013. That
Mhm.
movie is so fucking underwhelming now because of everything that's happened since then. And for me, that's what that entire franchise is about. Like they're trying to escalate with every movie and introduce something new, which is why I don't think a lot of the sequels work as well. Um, like they're literally the entire. It's not one character or one series of them, like all the Thors or all the Iron Mans. Um, the entire franchise itself is like, oh, here's something new, right? Here's a new character, a new element, and same reason everyone loves an origin story. They like to see something new. They like new beginnings. And for me, that's what that franchise is all about. They're just gonna keep going forever based off the comics, which is, I mean, it's the same appeal that the comic books have for anyone that read them. Is it's like, some new crazy shit that's happening.
Being being backed by Disney definitely makes it harder to fold.
Yeah, yes, very true. I mean, those movies turn such a profit. It's not even.
Yeah, they don't have to put out good movies.
Yeah, it's not even arguable. They dominate the blockbusters collection
Mhm.
for the and have for the past several years. But yes, I digress.
But yeah, that's
Last
all I
Duel.
got for the last. That's all I
I
got.
would check.
Great
I would
movie.
check that out. That sounds pretty interesting. I might give that a shot.
It's super interesting. I think it's a great movie. I should say this. It's a great movie to watch a couple times, just because it's really interesting to see the differences between the different perspectives
Yeah, yeah.
and
Well,
catch it.
because honestly, I'm imagining like a Helen of Troy kind of thing going on, that kind of love triangle where it's like, that's just to me what and I mean, I'm going in with like an
I will
impression where it's like,
not comment.
fair enough. Like I'm like, all right, yeah. So like, there's this girl, her husband's actually dog shit, and so like like has like an affair with this dude. Of course, she's got to deny it. I don't know. That's like first impression, but then again, I that's wrong of me because I shouldn't go in with expecting anything like that. I should just watch, shut the fuck up, and be pleasantly or
Yeah,
unpleasantly surprised.
mostly
Um,
unpleasantly because it is some fucking awful shit to have to know. Jesus Christ.
that's hard. Honestly, like that's actually hard for me. Like subject matter like that,
Yeah, no, it's rough.
it is actually hard for me to watch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't recommend it for everyone.
Yeah, that's fair. It might be hard for me. I don't know. Like, and I don't know why. Like, I've seen plenty of movies with hard subject matter, and I'm able to categorize it, and be like, all right, this is shitty. It's terrible. I can empathize with these characters and what they're going through. Um, but at the same time, it also gives me a very high sense of anxiety. I get kind of triggered because of it. I'm like, yeah, man, this
Yeah,
is just makes my skin crawl. Things like that. But yeah, I mean, if you recommend it, I check it out. That's usually I'm willing to watch anything at least once. So especially if it's actually a decent film objectively, as you say. So
yeah,
uh,
I'd say it's pretty good. It's just covering really fucking shitty subject matter.
yeah. How many stars out of 10 would you give it?
Out of 10. Um,
Yeah. Subject matter
so
aside.
let me give context because I'm pretty strict. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, so for me, I would say like I guess it's technically like out of a whatever. I would say 8.25. That's what I would say.
8.25. Right on. Okay.
That's a great movie for me.
That's hey on IMDb. That's better than most movies got. So fair enough. I've never seen any movie that has a perfect
Hold
10 out
on.
of 10.
I unplugged you.
Oh, that's all right.
Now I can't hear you.
That's not a bad thing.
What was that? Gotcha.
No, I was just saying I've never seen a movie that gets 10 out of 10. There's no such thing as a perfect movie, I don't think. Um,
Let's see.
so
What did the last duel get on IMDb?
8. I heard mixed reviews. I heard a lot of people
Okay.
that did not like it, but
It got an 85 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 7.4 on IMDb.
nice. That's pretty good. Especially Rotten Tomatoes is pretty harsh too, so that's not bad. Um, ooh, all right. I'm actually excited to do my future movie. I
The
don't know what.
future.
Ooh, that was good.
Oh, yeah.
Let me. I want to look up. I want to look up what the ratings are on this because it just came out a few days ago. All right, yeah. Also good ratings. Um,
Black
yeah.
Adam.
Actually, I think it's got like basically the same ratings that the Duel has so far, anyway. The Last Duel. All right, so yes, the future, the
Black
future.
Hat,
I am very excited to watch
Halloween.
Weird, the Al Yankovic
What?
story. I'm
Oh yeah, I
excited
was
to
excited
watch
about that
Weird.
movie.
I
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love
I
Harry Potter.
yeah, same. I am super excited because my understanding is that it is in the same vein as Walk Hard, which it's
Oh,
just complete. It's a complete parody of a music icon biopic, where it's
oh, I
like
didn't know
where
that.
like everything apparently. I haven't seen it. This is just what I was told. Everything that happens in the movie is either exaggerated or completely the opposite of what happened. Because like the entire idea is like with general musical icon biopics, you know, the musician has like humble beginnings and then as uses their talent and like against all odds becomes famous and then like indulges in this self-destructive pattern of alcohol and women and drugs and is a victim of their own success. And so that's what the plot it follows, but the reality of Weird Al couldn't be further from the truth. One of the most unproblematic musicians in the history of the world. Literally, just this weird white dude who was like, yeah, like making funny songs. And like, he's literally like, oh no, I don't want to make anybody mad. I get everybody's permission before I do it, you know. And like literally, I think the biggest beef Weird Al ever had was with Coolio, and it was because like he got permission, but he didn't realize he got permission from like Coolio's team to do the
Oh,
song, and Coolio himself never signed off of it. And his team was just like, "Yeah, go ahead." And Weird Al had no way of knowing that,
by the
so
way,
he did it. And
rest in peace,
yeah,
Coolio. He died in September.
he did. Yeah, that was upsetting.
Just one. Sorry.
God, yeah, you saw yeah, the dude from Migos just died.
Mm-hmm.
Um, fuck yeah, man, we're losing everybody.
Yeah.
Um, fuck, DMX died. That one sucked. That one really sucked. I digress. Yeah, Leslie Jordan died. That fucking pissed me off, man. That was upsetting. Uh, whatever. I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, yes, Weird. The Al Yankovic story. I'm super excited to see it. I'm so excited to see Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I'm sure
Daniel
he'll kill it.
Radcliffe. Oh yeah, from what I understand, he does. The movie has a 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb, an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 73% on Metacritic. However, that being said, usually movies do really well right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
That's not true. I'm not gonna say that. Not every movie does. But movies where like they have a very specific fan base do really well out the gate.
For
Um,
obvious reasons, too.
for obvious reasons, especially on websites where it's the rating is calculated based on audience feedback. Because of course all that fan base is gonna go and say they fucking loved it. But what I understand, I've talked to a couple people who've seen it. They didn't spoil anything for me, but like it was, they said it was super awesome.
When you watching it,
I am watching it this week. Whenever Morgan gets back, because we're gonna watch it together.
when you
Um,
getting back,
she's coming back. They fly in tomorrow night about this time.
picking them
So like
up.
24 hours. Yep, I'm picking them up from Charlotte Airport. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see my son. I'm really excited to see him. You know, I've been FaceTiming them every day and everything. Apparently, he's gotten bigger in like the fucking 6 days that he's been there, like noticeably bigger. And like it's really weird because I noticed it when I FaceTimed them of my own volition, and then she was like, "Wait till you see him. He's gotten so much bigger." And I was like, "I was just fucking thinking that, but I thought it was just me. Like it was the camera angle or some shit." God, kid's growing.
Yep, gonna keep doing that for a while.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think that kind of wraps it up. Anyway, yes, I am very excited to see Weird. the Al Yankovic story. Um,
Same.
really all I can say about that. I kind of already know what to expect. Um, so I don't know. It'll be fun. I like biopics, and even better if they're fucking absolutely absurd. Um,
Yeah. And Daniel Radcliffe has shown to thrive in an absurd environment in Horns. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I have seen Horns. That script is not good, but I think he did well in that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I mean, I think there are interesting parts of Horns, but overall,
Yeah. I'm just talking about Daniel Radcliffe's performance.
yes, I agree. I do like Daniel Radcliffe as an actor, and of course, he's Harry Potter. I grew up with him.
Fuck J.K. Rowling.
Just, huh?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
I said fuck J.K. Rowling though.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Fuck J.K. Rowling. Yeah. So, I'm
That's
excited.
all I got.
I anticipate that will be my present movie. But who's to say? Maybe I'll see something else next time. That'll
Yeah. Who knows?
exactly. No idea.
And if it could
Nobody
be any
knows.
movie in the last 50 years, you can choose any fucking movie.
It's true. Do you know what you'll be doing? For
Nope.
your no.
Not at all.
Ooh, I like it. I like surprises.
Unironically, not at all. But there's a lot of movies. I'll find something.
Yeah, we got a list. Pick from it. I didn't know what I was doing until
Yep.
like 8 hours ago. So,
Look at you.
man, I'm sure it shows in the quality of my my presentation. Um, so I don't know. But yeah, I think that kind of wraps it up. Thank you very much for everyone who has listened to this point. We hope you continue to listen. Please give us a outstanding rating on Spotify or whatever Apple Podcasts. I don't know, wherever you listen. Please give us an outstanding rating if you're a fan of the show. And thank you very much for tuning in with us. This has been Film Thropology. I've been Tyler.
And I'm Adam. And my advice is to go touch grass whenever you can.
Yes. Also, you can smoke it too if you're into that.
Both.
Do
But
both,
touching
man.
grass is probably more important.
It is more important.
One doesn't get you in prison.
Depending on what state you're in, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here, we're good. Fucking North Carolina, you're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. I got to go to Virginia, or is it West Virginia? One of the Virginias.
It's
If I don't want to
definitely
be in
not West
prison.
Virginia.
Oh, it was one of them. I don't fucking remember. It might be regular Virginia.
I know for sure DC.
Yep, it's true. Or Florida. I think those are the closest ones to me. But I digress. Thank you very much for tuning in, and you guys have a good one. Keep watching.
Toodles.